So friend, let's start to dig deep Indian IPO market couple of years and review. So to start with, let's see 2023. So in 2023, 179 SME IPO has entered into our share market or the stock market you can call. And so 2023 has been a great kickstarter, especially in terms of numbers for SME IPO. 3,500 crore of fund has been raised, and 60 to 17% listing gain has come. 57 Mainboard IPO has entered, and 50,000 crore fund has been raised, and 29 to 30% listing gain has come with these 57 Mainboard IPOs. So just before going ahead, just to explain you what is SME IPO and Mainboard IPO. SME IPO is basically the small and medium enterprises where, like, to be the part of these company, you have to like invest somewhere close to ₹1 lakh, whereas like Mainboard IPO are, they are big firms. They have multiple choices to buy their IPOs. So like if you buy the retail IPOs, you have to invest close to somewhere around 14 to 15,000 rupees to start with, right? So now let us look at 2024. So 2024, 240 SME IPO has came and 8,000 crore fund has been raised, and 80% whooping listing gain has come. Similarly, 78 company Mainboard IPO has came, 162 plus 162,000 crore fund has been raised, and an average of 30% listing gain has come. So this has been a great year in terms of gain, in terms of IPO boom, as far as Indian market is concerned. Now let us look at 2025 till April, May. So far 105 SMEs as IPO has come. A 4,000 crore fund has been raised, and if you look at the gain, is just 10 to 15% listing gain, which is somewhere around 12% on an average. And 19 Mainboard IPO has came, and 45,000 crore plus 45,000 crore fund has been raised, and gain again has been 10 to 15% in terms of listing. So if you compare the last year 2024 2025, now the market is showing some sense of maturity in terms of the listing gain, right? uh, Not as great as 2024, but still there is a listing gain in 2025. Now if you look at all three year together, so this is a summary of 2023, 2024, 2025. How many SME has came, how many Mainboard IPO has came. So here in 2025, so far you can see only 19 Mainboard IPO has came, but there are many IPOs are lined up to come. By the end of the 2025, you will see even this, the total, the fund raise will cross 2024. I'm sure about it. So now this is a very, very different analysis which I'm going to give you, that which company to invest, which company not to invest. So for example, in 2023, 33% of the SME, the issue price has been below, right? And the Mainboard IPOs, you can see 17% of the company, the IPO listed below issue price. In 2025, only 8%, 2024, sorry, only 8% SMEs IPO listed below issue price. And similarly, 31% of the company IPO listed below issue price. And whereas in 2025 so far, close to 40 to 50% of the companies in SMEs IPO listed below issue price, and in Mainboard IPOs, similar is the case. On an average, 44% of the company IPO listed below issue price. So this is very, very important analysis to dig deep and get to know about these organizations, these company which are coming for the IPO, whether you invest, whether you want to have to invest or not, you have to decide very, very carefully. Now let us look at the Sensex. Now you see the Sensex and the Nifty, which represent our total stock market, which is somewhere around plus 5 trillion, 450 lakh crore market it is. So from 2023, from 2024, 2025, you can see the trend is growing. However, there has been a good peak in 2024, and thanks to because the SMEs and these IPOs has worked very well, and I'm sure there has been a pulling effect in Sensex of these IPOs as well, and that's the reason there's a good growth you can see in terms of Sensex and Nifty both. And if you see this year, we're actually at the where we were in 2024 peak right now. You see it more carefully now. From year to year, how much Sensex has grown and how much Nifty has grown. So this you can calculate in terms of return as well. So Nifty is grown in 2023 to over 2024 9% and 22% in 2024. And 2025 it is not grown. In fact, if you compare with the last year peak, it is showing at minus 4%, which is similar to what it was at the peak of the last year, you can see. So for Nifty, again in 2023, 9% change plus positive change, and 2024 plus close to 19% of positive change, and 2025 is again plus 9% of positive change. So all in all, what is the takeaway for you? So the takeaway is there has been an IPO avalanche in 2024. Both Mainboard and SME segment saw a record fundraising. SMEs number more than doubled. 2025, there has been a shift that Mainboard is still strong momentum, and the record H1 fundraising has been done, which is more than 45,000 crore, and mega IPOs are still in the pipeline. For SME, you can say there is a cooling off happening sharply, and listing gain has been fallen, market cap collapse, and the post listing performance turned negative in most of the cases, or they're making an average gain. Notable shift, there has been a good regulatory change. Now the company has to more scrutinize whenever they are going to list their company in the Sensex or in the share market. So that is a good, I think, for the investor, for you and people like you and us. So because earlier company used to hide a lot of informations about them, now they can't do it. Investor behavior, अगर आप बात करें तो 2025 shown a more cautious. Now people are working, seeing more fundamental about these companies. They're working to get to dig deeper and get to the more research of these companies. Quite a knowledge share is happening, and that's the reason they're working over hype. I mean, they're not dependent on hype when it comes to SME and IPO. So all in all, IPO remain to be an interesting segment to invest, but with a lot of research and caution. And I hope you like the analysis. If yes, please subscribe and share so the other could also benefit out of it. Thank you very much.